Right, grade 2, here we are again. We are again going to Maths is Fun, the same website where we went for all of the other maths topics. And today we are going to talk about Venn diagrams. So let's see, Venn diagrams. What Venn diagrams are, how to read them, and how to use them. Now, since you know we are still busy with data handling, that means that all of these things, the bar graphs, the tally charts, the pictograms or picture graphs that we did yesterday, all of these things are pictures or diagrams or charts or whatever you want to call it, graphs. They are all used to show information. Okay, so all of these things are used for us to find information in an easy way, to show information in a very easy way, and to read information in an easy way. So here we go. They say sets and Venn diagrams. So let's read through what sets are. Okay, sets. A set is a collection of things. For example, the items you wear is a set. These include hat, shirt, jacket, pants, and so on. You write sets inside curly brackets. You guys don't have to worry about that. We're not going to go that deep into sets. You can also have sets of numbers, like whole numbers. We haven't done whole numbers and prime numbers. That is not really for you. As long as you guys know that sets is a group of things, like stationery can be a set because you have your pencil, your eraser, your ruler, your whatever. Sets are just a group of things. As long as you have the knowledge of that, then we know enough about sets so far. 10 best friends, you could have a set made up of your 10 best friends. Okay, good. We're not going to focus too much on sets, but we are going to focus on this part where we say, we can put their names in two separate circles. This set of friends like soccer, and this set of friends like tennis. So you have put them in two circles. It's kind of like you are putting them in columns to show what your friends like, to show what make those sets a bit different. Now, a union. You can now list your friends that play soccer or tennis, like we just did with the two circles. This is called a union of sets and has the special symbol. Don't worry about the symbols and the things. Not everyone is in that set. Only your friends that play soccer or tennis. In other words, we combine the elements of the two sets. We can show that in a Venn diagram. Good. Now, this right here is a Venn diagram. A Venn diagram will normally be one or two circles that overlap. Okay, they are put over each other. Now, exactly what this means, I'm quickly going to explain to you. Alex and Hunter, as you can see, is only in this part of the circle. Do you see that? That means that Alex and Hunter only like soccer, because there's the heading, the title of my circle on my Venn diagram. So Alex and Hunter only like soccer. That is why their names are written only in this part of the circle. Jade only likes tennis, which is why Jade's name is written in this side of the circle. Do you see that? It's not crossing, it's only in that side of the circle. Good. Then in the middle, Casey and Drew. What that means, why we wrote their names in the middle, is because Casey and Drew like soccer and they like tennis. So as a result, we have put their names in the middle of those two circles to show that they like both. Alex and Hunter only like soccer, Jade only likes tennis, but Casey and Drew like soccer and tennis. And instead of writing their names in both circles, we overlapped our circles and we wrote their names in the middle. and that is a Venn diagram. Now let's read what they say. They say that a Venn diagram is clever because it shows lots of information. Do you see that Alex, Casey, Drew, and Hunter are in the soccer set? Okay, I almost wanted to say that was upstairs. That's here. Alex, Casey, Drew, and Hunter. They were both in soccer, and Casey, Drew, and Jade were both in tennis. Now, instead of rewriting their names in both circles as we did here, Casey and Drew, we can just cross them over and say, okay, Casey and Drew like both. That way we don't have to rewrite their names twice. Okay. Good. Now, here's the kid. Yeah, all in that one small diagram. Good. Intersection. An intersection is when you must be in both sets. That will be Casey and Drew. They are in the intersection. In our case, that means that they play both soccer and tennis, which is Casey and Drew. Do not worry about these symbols. Okay, they say that the special symbol for an intersection is an upside down thingy. We aren't going to write it. I just want you to be able to see it and read it and tell me what is going on. Difference. You can also, no, don't worry about this. We're not going to do Venn diagrams like that. 3 sets. Okay, let's take a look at this. You can also use Venn diagrams for 3 sets. So let us say the third set is volleyball, which Drew, Glenn, and Jade play. All 3 of them play volleyball. Okay, but let's be more mathematical and use capital letters for each set. So S is for soccer, T is for tennis, and V is for volleyball. Now the diagram looks like this. Alex and Hunter still only play soccer. Glenn only plays volleyball. Do you see that? Alex and Hunter are in the soccer circle alone. They aren't crossing over to any other one. Glenn is in the volleyball circle alone. So Glenn only plays volleyball. Whereas Jade was only in the tennis, but now we know that Drew, Glenn, and Jade play volleyball as well. So Jade is in the middle. Look carefully at where Jade is. Jade is in the middle of tennis and volleyball because Jade plays both tennis and volleyball. So we put Jade in that little shape that crosses between the tennis and the volleyball. Not in the middle, because do you see that this is part of the soccer circle? We don't want Jade as part of the soccer circle because Jade does not play soccer. Jade plays tennis and Jade plays volleyball. So the part of the 2 circles that cross between tennis and volleyball is this, and that is where we write his name. Casey, however, this tells us that Casey, do you see that it's crossing here, is part of the tennis and the soccer circles, not the volleyball. Casey does not play volleyball, so we are keeping Casey out of the volleyball circle and putting it in the soccer and the tennis circle, the part where they cross. Drew, on the other hand, has a foot in each of the circles. Do you see that? Drew is a part of the tennis circle, Drew is a part of the soccer circle, and Drew is also a part of the volleyball circle, which means that Drew plays all 3 sports. Okay. Here they are just showing some more examples and talking about intersections and unions. We really don't have to worry about that. Yeah, don't worry about all of those mathematical at all terms or whatever. I want you guys only to focus on these and be able to read them. I think that tomorrow we do have a Venn diagram worksheet where we will talk about it some more. This was just kind of a little introduction to what a Venn diagram is. So it's basically just circles, and there where they cross, you can see that some of the information is pertinent to both sides and not just one of them. Yeah. And that is what a Venn diagram is.